Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to get better filming in the replay editor on session, and this is the line I'm going to show you how to do it with. Alright, so you got the clip that you want to film and you want to know where to start. So first off, you're going to start, usually in the beginning of a clip, I'll leave a bit extra before the pushing just so I have extra stuff to cut to and make sure the filming's smooth. So right now, let's start even before he's pushing. I'll still literally start right here. Alright, so you got your clip and you want to film it and you want to know how to do it and a field of view and all that. And I'm going to show you how to do that step by step. So let's get right to it. So first things first with this, you're going to press the edit clip button. You're going to be put in a random place, it's fine. Then you want to get the free camera. And before you even do any keyframes or anything like that, we're going to press the right trigger and we're going to do the left stick in. So it gives us our little directions right there at the beginning of the clip. And we're going, and I'll end around there. Then I'll hold right trigger and I'll do the right stick. That whole section there is the clip you're going to film. Anything else out of it is not going to be filmed. So what you want to do next is basically we want to make that timeline bigger so we can edit it, get more tuned with it, and add more keyframes and slow motions, the whole thing, right? So the next thing you're going to do is going to press right trigger and you're going to press Y. Now this whole timeline up here is that clip that you portioned out that you want to edit. So right now the first thing I do, I go right for field of view and I put it right in the beginning of the timeline because you want to make sure you get your focal lengths right and get the look you want. So this is going to be a fisheye clip, so I'm going to go to my field of view. Then I'm going to do right trigger and down on a D-pad. For my fisheye, I go right to 120. I go right to the max. Some people might like lower, like 110, maybe 100. I'm just doing the one I usually use, which is 120. I would go further, but right now 120 is the max. And then you're going to turn this on as well. Even though you're not doing any zoom in or anything like that, I still keep it on just to make sure nothing goes wrong with it, right? And now you press A. And see how it got wider? You're going to want something really, really wide. Since it's fisheye, right? You're going to be up close. You might be at a rail like this. Might be doing a line like I'm doing right now. Who knows what you're doing, right? So now I take off the HUD just so I can get a clear image of my frame, and I'll try to get low as I can without cutting him out. Then you press on the D-pad, you press left, and see camera position key down there. So when you go there, I'll go off the HUD again, just to make sure my frame's right. I'll go back, then I'll press right trigger and then down, and then you got the free camera. You want the free camera so you can get as much versatility as you want. If you do orbit, it goes on a 360 render character. If you do follow, it's actually stuck. You can't really do much with free camera. You can actually film the stuff you want to film without restrictions. And you always want this on. If you keep it off, it's going to switch to a different angle. It's not going to simultaneously keep going with the next keyframe and make it all one piece. So right now I'm going to click add, then a few more. I'm just going to go, let's say, I'll start right here for now. Actually, we'll go closer because this little bit in the beginning, I'm going to cut out anyways. And I'll show you what I mean later on. So yeah, do the same thing. Right trigger, down D-pad, turn it on. Keep going, keep positioning. So we'll do this bit here. And don't worry about getting every keyframe perfect. More than likely, you're going to have to do like a million keyframes or delete some until you get it the way you want, right? So see right here, when he's about to pop roughly, I want to get my frame I want to ideally get. So I'll put one right there. Then I'll watch slowly how he goes. Make sure not the head cut or board cut. There it goes again. And it's pretty much just rinse and repeat. You're pretty much doing the same thing, lining up your shot, each keyframe, until you get to the part you want to get to and see how your clip goes. And you can go from there and do little adjustments that I'll show you in a minute. Alright, now all the keyframes are done, and now let's see what the product is right now. Alright, so we gotta fix the part right here. His board cuts off. And to do that, usually just go down, add a keyframe, and see what happens. could probably add another one if you wanted to, say roughly right there. Let's see, and maybe I want to take off, say, that one. To delete a key, you press the right trigger and then you press up on the actual keyframe. And then you just click A. And let's see how this goes. See, it looks pretty good right now throughout the whole thing. And I kind of wanted him far, just to kind of show how big the gap is, because it's actually a fairly sized gap. So I don't mind that. Let's say if you want to like make it a bit closer, you can actually, we'll put a keyframe right here, and we'll put one here, go to the next one, and we'll delete this one to see what happens. That looks a bit better. With some jaggedness in clips, it's actually really good to kind of mask it with movement. So say if he pops, he pivots, he grinds, try to put the keyframe that's most jittery in there if you can to kind of mask it so it isn't as noticeable. So we're going to take a second look and see what we have right now with the improvements made. Alright, that looks a lot better. Pretty much when you're doing lines like I said before, it's really just going back and forth, deleting a keyframe or two like you just seen there throughout the video, and messing around with it. And I'll also show you how to do ramp slow-mos in this. To do ramping, you gotta press right in the D-pad and go to playback speed key. And basically what I will do is, I will do it roughly around the pop, maybe a bit before, like right there, I'll do it. I'll press down, I'll do 100. Make sure you press interpolate, just because you don't want anything going to different speeds at once. And I'll put it on. So yeah, we're gonna start at pretty much 100%. And we want to do just before we land. Another keyframe, 100%. And we'll do the middle. And I like doing 35, 30, roughly around there. I'm pretty much right now when I'm doing it for a while now, is that I find 35 is kind of the sweet spot, and I usually go to 30 if I really want to drag out the clip and make it really slow. But it's all personal preference and the trick you're going for and the look you're going for, right? So just mess around. Those are kind of the guidelines I can help you out with and see what you come up with there. And see right there, I pressed off when I should have pressed on. So all I do is right trigger and up. Sorry, not right trigger and up. But let's delete it anyways. Right trigger and down. And we'll go back to 35 because I messed up. But yeah, you'll notice anyways if you did it wrong or you did one off, because like I showed you there, you did green. But if you do it all in sync, it's orange. So you do on, it goes orange. So you know all of them are aligned. So let's see what the ramp's like. And that's literally pretty much it. The next clip I'm going to show you is just a long lens clip, and it's pretty much the same principle, just removing keyframes, messing around with the angles, the height, and all that. Once you get lines, it's all roughly the same idea, it's just different focal lengths in a sense. But yeah, here's the finished line. Alright, so you got the clip you want to do for a long lens, and you got everything ready to go in your timeline like before. So right now we're going to do a different field of view, so let's go back to the field of view key, right trigger, and we're going to do down, and I usually go to 60 or 65. More times I use 65. The lowest you can go in the game right now as of this version is 65, so 0.1, 0.2 isn't really a big difference in my opinion. So I'm just gonna do that and interpolate on. Then you got your field of view so you see it more zoomed in. Alright, now let's get off of that camera. Okay, you got your camera set up and ready to go, and let's do our first keyframe. Camera on. Make sure to always leave more room so you can edit later on. Now let's move here. I want to be close, so I'm going to stay close. I want to really emphasize on the board, right? So I will, let's say, go here. Then we'll do this one. Then you can zoom in the feet, you can go to the face, you can do a wide shot. There's so many different options for your long lens shots, it's pretty much endless in a sense. But right now I'm just going to zoom to the feet and keep that ending like that. Alright, we got our keyframes done, and let's see what our finished product is right now. That was alright for the first one. Maybe if we wanted, we can try to take out one. It may make it a bit more smooth. Let's see. But yeah, that's pretty much the idea the whole time in this game. If you're doing any replay editor for any type of shot, you're going to be adjusting keyframes, adjusting speed, adjusting your field of view, no matter what type of shot you're going to be doing, right? So I'd say just use what you learned in this video, hopefully it was helpful, and go out and get some clips and show me them. Have a good time, guys.